What's up, all my Pika nerds? Okay, so I'm gonna skip past the whole wow, it's been forever since I have posted a video type of thing and save that for another time. Um, this is more or less of a personal rant type of video and more of this stuff happens way too much in today's society and no one ever really takes the time to talk about it. And this just really needs to be said. Also, if you're one of these people, I just want to say, first of all, you are one of the, slimiest people there probably are in today's society. Not only that, but I also want to say, the reason why relationships don't work out today is examples like this right here. And why real quality relationships are so freaking hard to come by. But anyway, um, so yeah, I will admit there is going to be a little bit of a personal story behind this, but like I said, this just needs to be put out there and basically this is an example of why, um, like I said, relationships just don't work out today. Like good quality relationships are so hard to come by because of people like this. Um, so anyway, story time. Um, Within the past month, as in like still the month of June, I um I pretty much got on a dating app, and this is the same dating app that I've used for quite some time. Um, it's not the best. It's the only one I really go to because honestly, all the other ones have like way too many people who are like way too old and trying to look for people who are way too young and just yeah, it's all about hookups and F buddies and everything else. And obviously, I'm not very into those things. So, anyway, um, long story short, I had fallen out of a relationship. Wasn't deeply pursuing one, but at the same time, like, I will admit, I was kind of missing the company of having a relationship. So, like I said, I got on this app. I ended up finding this guy, and I'm not gonna say names or anything, but I ended up finding this guy, and they were pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so start talking to them. Um, I'm not very big on Snapchat, but they were, so I kind of was like, what, whatever, what the heck. I'll go ahead and re-download it for you. Well, like I said, this has been happening throughout like pretty much like the entire month. So I'm not gonna say like too terribly long, but long enough to where, feelings were there, emotions were there, things were said. Um, and it was still a very like just talking zone, but still really like I had opened up about a lot of things that I don't typically open up about. And I'm assuming the same with them, primarily because there were some things that they had told me that they said that um, they don't share with a lot of people. So, I mean, I'm assuming that was true, but I'm kind of questioning a lot after finding out some things about this person. But anyway, um, so yeah, I mean, it was just, the conversations were good, the talk was good. There were moments where it was, playfully romantic. And so, I was like, this is kind of going good, whatever. Um, well then I had asked them, it's like, do you have a Facebook? Because like, I I find it easier to use Facebook than Snapchat. They had told me that they did, and the excuse that they had used is that they had so many cringy pictures on Facebook that they had since like back when MySpace was still popular and stuff. And I was like, oh, well, now I really want to see this because I'm the type of person that loves seeing cringy pictures of people, especially ones that are my friends or that I have some type of desire for. Um, but anyway, so, it was kind of one of those like playful fighting things like, oh, I want to see it. No, I'm not going to show you, but I want to see it. And so I eventually gave up. Well, just recently, I ended up having to message them on Messenger because, long story short, the power went out and my day was so slow that I had to use Messenger. Well, then I ended up convincing them into letting me have their Facebook, like having the friend request. Well, they finally send the friend request. And once they do, it, I start to realize very quickly as to why I was told they didn't want me seeing their Facebook. And it wasn't because of the cringy pictures. Long story short, they had a relationship with someone who they had been in a relationship for 2 months. So 1 month out of the 2 months, they were basically talking to other people because I was under the impression that they were single, that they had been single for a while, and obviously they were on a dating app, so they probably honestly did this with more people than just me. So, yeah, it was just one of those things where, like, okay then, you know, I, I figured it out, and then, like, you know, I wanted to be sure, so I was like, hey, um, are you in a relationship? Question mark, Like, I thought it had been discussed before, but obviously I needed reassurance because I had some hard proving evidence that that was definitely a lie. So, they ended up not replying for a while, and then finally they did reply, and they were like, yeah, I'm in a long distance relationship and have been for the past 2 months. So, my mind was just like, wait. So you mean to tell me, like, not only have you been talking to me very seriously, well, not super seriously, but not only have you, like, been talking to me in a way that, you have admitted that you wanted to pursue a relationship, but you're on this dating app telling people you're single, you're in a relationship, who, by the way, the person very clearly cared about them because they had a lot of posts that they tagged them in. And then just like, I don't understand people who are in relationships and very clearly have someone that cares about them and then lies, hides it from that person, and goes and pursue other relationships. Like, I think that's like the crappiest thing you can do as a person. Like, again, this is why relationships today do not work out. Like, what happened to the days where, like, you would find someone and you would care about them and you would stick to that person? Like, why is it so old school now to consider, like, good quality, like it's considered old school now to want the things in a relationship that a relationship should primarily be, such as honesty and not messing with other people and sticking to, you know, sorry for all you polyamorous people, like, I honestly don't care if you are, Good for you. If it works, it works. Cool. That's your thing. But me personally, I am monogamous. So I fully believe in the idea of, one person should be dating one person. Again, if you're polyamorous, that's a totally different thing. Cool, whatever. If you can find people that agree on it and you guys are happy, all more power to you. But still, it was just one of those things where it's like, they were obviously going behind this person's back because they didn't even know. And then, like, the crappy part is I ended up friending the person that they were in the relationship with. And I had messaged them as like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Well, very clearly they were ignoring my message because not only did they not look at it, but then I had seen a post that just because I add you doesn't mean I'm going to talk to you. Well, I was going to wait for them to respond to me, but obviously they weren't. So I ended up sending like a long message about like, hey, look, you need to realize that the person you're with isn't completely innocent. Like, for the past month, I have been talking to them. They have very openly shared emotions for me. Like I said, we've been talking. I was under the impression that they were single. If I had known that they were not single, there is no way in heck I would have even talked to them. I'd also said that, I wasn't very much looking strictly into a relationship because of the fact that, like, okay, so I haven't actually said this on here, but I am going to be a parent soon, and very soon actually. So that's been my main focus, and I had like said in the message, like, you know, me and the other parent kind of had a falling out and are just now on talking base again. So obviously I wasn't really looking into much, and like I said, that was my main priority, is focusing on becoming a parent. Well, she had ended up blocking me, which is fine. I had expected it to happen because I even said, like, look, I don't even care if you block me. I'm not trying to steal your dude. I don't even intend on talking to him after all this happens. But, you know, bottom line, I guess what I'm just trying to say is, if you're gonna mess with me, do not expect me not to tell the other person. Like, I do not believe in breaking people up. I don't believe in taking someone's person away. And the last thing I want to do is ruin someone's day. However, I'm not going to sit there knowing full well what was said and knowing that this person went behind the other person's back, knowing that they have no clue about it, and I obviously do, and then not tell them, because they're gonna end up finding out one way or another. And, I don't like being that person. However, I'm I'm going to be the person who steps up and be like, look, I'm trying to be the adult here. You can think whatever you want about me, but you need to know your person isn't completely honest, because in all honesty, if someone knew about that and didn't tell me that it was going on, I would be very pissed off at that person, because if they knew that, something was going on behind the scenes and didn't tell me, in my mind, that's a little bit of betrayal, because especially if I know the person and they don't tell me, that's even more betrayal on me, because it's like you know that this is happening and you're not sharing the information. That's why, like, I don't even care if I don't know the person. Like, I am going to tell them. Why? Because I'd rather them find out from me and find out sooner than find out later and then be even more hurt. And it's just crappy because, I probably did end a relationship. I wasn't intending on it. And in no way, shape, or form do I want that to happen, in all honesty, I hope they, somehow figure out a way to work it out. Highly doubt it because obviously, they are not a very trustworthy person if they're going behind the back and seriously pursuing other relationships. But yeah. Anyway, if you're a liar and a cheater and you do these things, I don't know what else to say other than, this is the reason why people have so many freaking trust issues, man. And why relationships, like actual relationships, are so bad. But anyway, that is my little share of the day. So, yeah, bye.